Hello everyone, welcome to GNU according to CD, that is Government of National Unity. So this is the very last story. It just broke a few minutes ago, let's just say an hour ago. It's on crime. Mail and Guardian, dated the 24th of October 2024. And this is written by Daniel Stein. And it is about Thabo Bester. So the headlines is Khunu confirms Thabo Bester was detained and then released while he was on the run. South Africa. Minister of Police Senzo Mchunu has confirmed that the South African Police Service, SAPS, released convicted rapist and murderer Thabo Bester after apprehending him for speeding in July 2022. Maye Babo. Bester had escaped from Mangaung Correctional Center on May 3rd that year. You just escaped from the mouth of the crocodile, and then you go back to the river. Not only do you run on top of crocodiles, but you walk into the river. You get caught by a crocodile, but then it releases you again. Haibo. What am I hearing? Mkhunu was responding last week to questions from DAMP and National Council of Provinces delegate for the Western Cape, Nicholas Hotsel. Mkhunu said that Bester was arrested for speeding by traffic officers from Lingberg on 12 July 2022, 3 months after his escape. This is scandalous. Bester showed police a fraudulent identity document in the name of Katlego Nkwana. Ground Up has previously reported how Bester used his identity to build a new life outside of prison and scam people out of millions of rands. Question is, without an ID, how did he deposit that money? Okay, maybe the banks don't do due diligence when they are given fake identity documents. I don't know. I would have thought the banks also had intelligence of some sort, like a fraud department of some sort. I don't know. But let's continue. The police officers realized the document was fraudulent, but did not know it was Bester. They released him with a notice to appear in court, but he never did. Two police officers have received final written warnings for releasing Bester. Mkhunu said, he said that a person detained for speeding whilst awaiting information which could confirm the suspect's possible involvement in other crimes must not be released on a notice to appear in court. I agree, but hey, this is the SAPS. At the time, SAPS had not yet set up a track or trace team to reapprehend Bester, said Mkhunu. At that specific time, it was unknown to the South African Police Service that Bester or Thabo Bester had escaped, said Mkhunu. But this is misleading. Investigators in Bloemfontein had already concluded by June 22 that Bester had escaped. This was confirmed by SAPS during a recent investigation by the public protector. When a burned body was found in Bester's cell on 3 May 2022, it was first assumed that Bester had committed self-deletion. Police then changed it to a murder investigation after autopsy results showed the person was dead before the fire broke out. Later in May, Bester's accomplice and romantic partner Nandipa Makutumana launched a fraudulent court case asking for the burned body to be returned for her. By June 22, the police completed DNA results showing a mismatch between the body and Bester's biological mother. This led the police to conclude that Bester had escaped. But SAPS has said that it had to wait for the Department of Correctional Services to open an escape case before it could take action to investigate the escape and reapprehend Bester. The director of contract management at the Department of Correctional Services, Rosalind Pahlane, waited until November 2022 to tell the National Commissioner of Correctional Services of Bester's escape. And the department's controller at the prison, Chris Mahonunu, waited until January 2023 to open the escape case with SAPS. Both Pahlane and Mahonunu have since received final written warnings and been reassigned to different positions like they always do. Like they always do. You made a mistake here, we will just reshuffle you here, and then don't worry, you just stay there maybe for 2, 3 years and you will come back on the same position where you messed up. Yeah, that's how SAPS works. That's definitely SAPS for you. On 17 March 2023, Ground Up published an expose of Bester's escape. A week later, on 24 March, a track and trace team was set up by the Department of Correctional Services and SAPS to reapprehend Bester. And Bester was arrested in Tanzania on 8 May 2023. Wow. So the article definitely is by Ground Up, published by the Mail and Guardian today, the 24th of October, 2024, by Daniel Stein. Yeah, the best story is far from over. And some people treat it exactly like that girl that shouldn't be named. Because South Africans are really ticked off by Bester and how he played our system. Hey, this is not a laughing matter, but it just goes to show the rot our government has been involved in. Like seriously, this is supposed to be a CMAX prison, right? The Mangaung Correctional Center or whatever it's called. But somebody managed to escape simply because I still believe that he has powerful people behind him. There are powerful forces behind Thabo Bester because I think the last time when they exposed his bank account, they said there's almost R1 billion in that bank account that's belonging to Thabo Bester with ABSA, allegedly. So, how, when he did not have an identity document? One has to ask those questions. How did that bank itself manage to open an account of somebody who did not have an identity document? And then I still foresee a battle regarding this matter of his identity, particularly the first charges which convicted him for 65 years. I foresee him saying, "Oh, wait a minute, the guy that you arrested, who is he again?" And if they say it's you, Thabo Bester, he'll deny it. Like I no, because from what I understand, when you arrest the person, yes, you arrest the physical person, punish the physical person, but everything else that belongs to that person is also arrested. That also includes your ID number, right? So now they arrested the physical body of Thabo Bester, but what about his ID? I think he's going to use that as a defense to get himself completely off. Because even when he escaped from Mangaung, the defense is who's Thabo Bester that escaped on the 3rd of May 2022? Because I did not have an ID. Clearly, you're not talking about me because I got my ID in 2023. Remember the parading of his identity document by the then Minister of Home Affairs, Aaron Mutsualedi? And I was like, this guy is going to use this and he will squeeze every juice out of it to get himself completely free, not just from escaping, but from the entire murder. And that word with an R that ends with an E. In between, there's an A and a P. Yeah. He's definitely gonna use that as a defense. If I was him, that's exactly the line of argument I would use. I think that is why he wants a laptop in prison, so that he's able to prepare his own case. I mean, he keeps firing lawyers. He keeps firing lawyers. I think he's just a difficult person. I don't know. He's quite smart too. Let's not lie about that. He's quite smart, but he's using his intelligence in the most wrong ways. Other than that, guys, that's all I want to say before I say too much. And then yongibhaxe futhi yoningibhaxela izolo nkosi nanamhlanje iintlungu ngiyazizwa emhlani. Hayi ningibhaxile. But the message is received with love. I have received the message. Thank you, all of you. Ngiyanithanda nonke nikwazi lokho. See you guys later. Bye bye.